All right, so today I need to talk about this because, bro, yo, we can't be losing out here. Pretty much, if you know Bandai has, I think, only 2 MHA games left. I'm not gonna count One Justice because like One Justice is old now. So they have like 2 like games that are still in like service in the context that they still get like updates and things. I don't think One Justice gets anything updates other than now the new One Justice, which is whatever. That is separate, right? Pretty much the other MHA game just got like the biggest revamp in like history, and like the entire community is like, we won, and we're here as failures. You know what I mean? Because we could eat that up and like double our player count. I truly think so. The only thing still holding this game back is Gacha. Which, if they were to fix that one thing, like, dude, this game probably bleeds like the most players ever. Like, it does. That is, again, not just because of Gacha, because like the bugs and everything like that. That also is like, it pisses people off. But the Gacha is probably like one of the most annoying things that this game sort of incorporates and causes a lot of players to quit. So I wonder if they'll ever fix it. But I wanted to share this with you and what they did to the other MHA game that Bandai owns. Not Biking, Bandai. So Bandai owns the game. Biking does not work on it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what studio works on this one. I have no idea. But it's Bandai owned. Pretty much, though, the game is called MHA Ultra Impact. You may know it because, take a look on the screen, we've collaborated with this game because it's Bandai's game. They literally have no reason not to collaborate with it. So we did, like, promotion events to, like, say, hey, you do this in our game, and we get rewards in that game, and we get rewards in this game if we achieve both of those milestones. It was called a tie-in social media campaign, and they gave, like, 30 tickets to us, and then, like, exclusive rewards to them, which... You know, it's a cool tie-in event for what it is. That's Bandai's game. That's why we did a collaboration event with it, because, again, let's say it with me now, Bandai's game. Officially here today, or like a day or 2 ago, they announced that they were reducing pity in a game, by the way, that has been here for like 4, 5, 6 years now. Yes, 4, 5, 6 years now. They've announced that they've reduced, or they are confirmed reducing the pity as of the last update. They put this little notice out over here, which, shout out to Hydros for this. He told me about this, and he was like, bro, you are eating dirt while they're eating that, right? Pretty much they confirmed the amount of recruit EX points obtained required to obtain certain items in the recruit exchange has been reduced on the Ruler of the Edge Step Up Recruit Ochako or Araka and Hot Picks as of that update 620. Reduced recruit EX points amount period. First off, this will permanently reduce the amount of recruit EX points required to certain or for certain items in recruits beginning on or after 620. Permanently, man. Permanently. Bro, if you got this, we'd be eating so good. I'm telling you now. Recruit affected by reduced basically points is the Ochako pickup and then the Hot Picks pickup, which is 2 separate types of banner that the game has. They also have the characters and memories pickup also reduced, and then on top of that they say recruit EX points required for character exchange is now, it was before 300, now it's 200, and then below this image, I don't know if I screenshot it, but recruit EX points required for memory exchange is also reduced from 300 to 200. So a game that has been standing with Bandai for how long officially announced reduction in pity to like keep players playing and keep players paying. Listen, we're about to hit a 2nd anniversary. Maybe Bandai considers doing it. If you don't know this already, Bandai just recently held a beta for another game coming from them, which is Dragon Ball Multi. If you know about that, it's pretty much like a MOBA game, and from playing the beta, it looks like they don't even have any sort of gacha element made. They have a shop like made, and it seems that the shop exclusively sells just skins, and the gacha is exclusive for like emotes and such. I wonder if maybe they lower the pity here because that could be like more the money making idea for them, and they sort of like say, hey, we'll keep characters and skill kits paid, even though multi doesn't have it like that. It seems that you can just flat out buy characters or grind to like buy characters with in-game currency. Maybe they go for like a approach like this where they lower some of the pity, or at least, no, I still think lowering pity is great, but even if you want to increase the crystals or ticket amount, I still think if they did like, hey, instead of the battle pass having 750, if it had like 1050 in the battle pass, and then like throughout the event and like the season, you pick up around 70 tickets each login, 1 or 2 depending on the season. Premium login itself, you pick up, is it 30 per week, right? Which is, no, is it 40 per week because of that, right? So 40 per week, 8 weeks, right? It's, for the most part, with the events and everything, that's like a pretty good amount. But I just wonder if they ever have plans to like update core mechanics in this game. They did it for like Ultra Impact, which, by the way, again, We collaborate with them. It's literally their game. I wonder if they say, hey, now that All is Justice is coming out, let's like try to increase player counts. We have a new producer, right? And obviously speaking, the season was a bit, in my opinion, it was still the best one. Yes, Monoma was really annoying. I still think that like here and there when I'm not playing as the Monoma, it's at least fine. I still think that this was one of the better seasons, but comparatively speaking to like glitching, hacking, and everything else associated, with the matchmaking fix also coming through, it even feels a bit better now, unless I'm shadow banned, which I'm like shadow banned 99% of the time. So I truly hope that maybe something comes from this sort of thing happening to Ultra Impact. I think they are currently or recently celebrated anniversary, so we are almost towards ours. Maybe they keep Hero Notebook as like a permanent thing, and every few seasons you pick up an additional 400, like 500 tickets. Who knows, man? There's so many core changes this game could take, and they could just be so much better. Pretty much, though, if you're wondering, I also have this over here from Hydros, who kind of gave this information to me in the first place, but pretty much what he says over here is, if you're wondering how good did the system, like, change to, and if you're wondering if it's good or bad now compared to before, take a look at this. This will shock you. So before, the step up was 5 rounds, only 5 rounds so basically only 5 steps per round, 2,000 gems per round needed, so 5 times 2,000 basically. Pity points is, summon is 10, total gems needed to pity the new character from the step up is around like 12,500, so 12,500. Non-step up is 15,000. aka 300 points. Step up saved you 2,500 gems due to the the half off of the steps. So after, the total gems on a step up is 8,000 needed. Only you need to go 4 out of the 5 rounds. Non-step up is 10,000 gems. In total, they reduced the necessary gem count by a lot. Step up, pity, got reduced by 4,500 gems. Non-step up got reduced by 5,000 gems. Go, how good is that? Divide that by 500. That is your pull count in the game. It's 500 gems to buy 1 pull, or 1 multi, right? They reduced this by 10 multis on the non-step up, and pretty much around the same, right? 9 on the pity step up. That's kind of crazy, dude. That's genuinely kind of crazy. 4,500 gems, 5,000 gems. It's a pretty hefty amount of gems basically giving back to you now. Remember, our game, this might not look much to you because you spend 16,000 crystals for like one of the bundles, 8,000 crystals for like basically 1,000 for the battle pass, and then 12,000 for a multi, 8,000 for a discounted multi. In this game, it's 500 gems per multi, so you kind of see how big that change is. If anything, it makes MHA UI like one of the most free-to-play friendly games out there. Remember, if the cost isn't insane, maybe that's what their philosophy is. Maybe their philosophy straight up is, let's make whales, let's have 5 megalodons versus 100 dolphins. And they think the 5 megalodons make the more money versus the 100 dolphins. Because remember, I would spend money if the system was better, right? I'm forced to basically make like alt accounts because it gets so expensive to play this game and cover it to the point where it's like, dude, we're dead. Not everything can be rented, especially this season. I have to fork over 4,000 tickets, which if I were to like spend that out of my pocket, it's like 1,200, 1,300 bucks, which is like, damn, you know. I'm not that filthy rich out here. You know, rocking 1,300 per season. Basically, with how this game releases it, who knows? It could be like 10,000 a year in just like MHA Ultra Rumble. That's absurd. That's kind of absurd. And, you know, comparatively speaking, if the game required less and less, but more dolphins were there, right? So instead of 5 megalodons spending that 10,000 a year, you have 100 spending how much, right? It makes a difference. So curious on what their philosophy is for this one, but you see with Bandai's other game, they did make a huge change. Curious if anything is in store for us, but up and coming anniversary's there, so I'm hoping, but I still think that this is like the best time to let them know, like, hey guys, we would really like some changes. Let them know on Twitter, maybe the new producer is a bit more hearing and understanding of things, and maybe things change, but who knows right now. But whatever it is, Project Multi also could change their entire philosophy of how to make money here, and with the increase in players, maybe they're like, you know what? Because again, you're bleeding players. You started before with crossplay, it started a lot higher. It maybe could become even higher if they keep the cost down a little bit, with whether increasing the rates, increasing the count of pulls, decreasing the pity. There's so many ways to make the game work, so I'm hoping. I low-key have faith that they could do something right here, but we shall see. Right now, Bandai on Ultra Impact, they cooked.